Bienvenidos al capítulo 6, parte 4 del capítulo 6 de compras, Right now we're going to look at the final section of the grammar here, and this is going to be more about ser and estar. Okay? So, ¿cuándo uso el verbo ser? Okay, uses of ser. And we have many here. And in just a second I'll show you something that might simplify this just a little bit. But looking at uses of ser, we have nationality and place of origin, profession or occupation, characteristic of people and things, generalizations, possessions, what something is made of, time and date, where or when an event takes place. Now, instead of reading through these again, I'm going to just leave these up here for a few seconds, and you may pause the video as necessary to read over these examples here. So, this might simplify things a little bit. More about ser. A decent acronym that you can use to think about this is one that I've created here, and I call this D.O.G.D.I.P. D.O.G.D.I.P. So I put a picture of a dog up here just to remember this strange and maybe disgusting name if you think of it in that way. But we have here, we have the D, okay? The first D here. This is description. So we think here, ¿cómo es? ¿Cómo es el presidente? ¿Cómo eres tú? And we're going to use ser here. Origin, ¿de dónde es? ¿De dónde eres? And I would say, if somebody asked me, ¿de dónde eres? I would say, I'm from Texas. Soy de Texas. Generalization, generalización. Okay, this is just a generalization saying it is important, it is interesting, it is stupid. So, es importante, es interesante, es tonto. Es interesante estudiar español. Es posible sacar una A en el examen. Okay, the final dip that we have here, the D, we have here destino. So talking about what something, the destiny of it is for. So, es para la clase de español. Okay? The skis are for skiing. Okay? The plate is for eating. The I here, identification, identificación. ¿Quién es? So we're identifying here. ¿Quién es el rey de España? ¿Quién eres tú? ¿Qué es esto? Esto es un libro. Okay? Possession. Es el perro de Carla. Felipe es el hijo del rey de España. Es el libro de Paco. Okay? So we're showing possession here, using the verb ser. So remember, D.O.G.D.I.P. for uses of ser. ¿Cuándo uso el verbo estar? All right, let's look over the main uses of estar here. Location or spatial relationships, health, physical states and conditions, emotional states, certain weather expressions, ongoing actions. Okay, and I'll leave this on here just for a few seconds so you can either pause or look over very briefly the examples that we have here. Okay, or a more simple way to remember estar, place. Okay, so we have here position, location, action, condition, or an emotion. So I would remember for ser we have D.O.G.D.I.P. and estar we have place. Okay, so remember those acronyms. I think it will really help your studying. To further explain, ser and estar with adjectives. With many descriptive adjectives, ser and estar can both be used, but the meaning will change. Okay. Juan es delgado. Juan está más delgado hoy. So Juan in general, this is a more permanent sense, is thin. Juan está más delgado hoy. So this is kind of like he looks thinner today. He is thinner today than yesterday. Ana es nerviosa. In general, this is describing her more permanent state, a characteristic about herself. Juan está nerviosa por el examen, or Ana está nerviosa por el examen. Anna is nervous because of the exam. So this is a temporary condition here. In the previous examples, the statements with ser are generally observations about the inherent qualities of Juan and Ana. The statements with estar describe conditions that are variable. Okay? So ser can be thought of on a more permanent sense, while estar can be thought of in a much more temporary sense. Again, here are some adjectives that change in meaning when used with ser and used with estar. Okay, so look here, and this is going to be in a much more permanent sense with ser, while with estar, this is going to be a much more temporary sense. Okay, so take a second to look over this or to pause if you need to study. Ok, y esto es el final del capítulo 5. Muchísimas gracias, chicos. Hablamos pronto. Chao.